I have a trouble-free love. That doesn't mean that tomorrow or next minute it's going to be the same. But for 3 years it's been that way. I have a trouble-free love. We do nothing, we do not discuss anything in bed except how beautiful she is or how beautiful I am to her. We wake up in the morning and we embrace. And I can't help kissing her because I love her. And she can't help kissing me or returning it because she loves me. So what are we going to talk about? What's this conversation that we have? I love you. You are beautiful. I am so grateful to have you beside me. That's our conversation. What's your conversation? If you talk about other things in bed, you're not going to make it, you see. You're going to put other things first. Now, I know I've gone off the track, but I'll come back onto it in a minute. I have a letter here from a lady. Unfortunately, I haven't got my glasses. So I have to paraphrase it for you. She said that a couple of months ago she met a very lovely man, and they made love, I think, 3 times to my making love tapes. And then she was coming here, and she said, couldn't come because he had made other arrangements. So what can I do, she said. What can I do? And the first thing that I got to tell her is that if you make love 3 times according to my making love tapes, then you're not doing anything. It's got to become you, not my making love tapes. The love in it has got to become you. And the next thing I'd say to you, which I'd say to everybody who's listened to my making love tapes, have you also listened to the other 63 tapes I have out there? Have you listened to those? Or did you just go for that making love, for the excitement of the making love tapes? Did you really think you're going to make it through making love just by doing what my making love tapes say? If you don't give yourself wholly to the teaching of being a man or woman, of getting rid of your emotions and your selfishness and your unhappiness, do you really think it's going to work? Of course it's not going to work. It's amazing all the people who write to me about the making love tapes. But how many have really listened to all the other things I have to say? For if my making love tapes are probably the world's best seller, because they've been copied more than any other tape in the world, I think, and people give tantric sessions with my making love tapes. Did you ever hear of a tantric master who's using some other master's method? Oh God, the duplicity of people and the human mind and emotions. You can't just do it that way. You have to have a holy life, and I spell that as well as Holy, WHOLLY, a holy life, a whole life, devoted to love and truth, the love of my own being, not the love of myself. So the lady writes in and says that's the first thing. Now, I have to say to her, and I don't know what her name is because she didn't sign it, and I don't care who she is. What is she to do? She said. Well, the first sign of something wrong in this relationship is that the man had made other arrangements and didn't want to be with his love when she was coming to a place where there is something like discovering the truth of love and truth, because she probably knew about me or had heard about me somewhere. But he had made other arrangements. He'll always make other arrangements until he comes to his senses. So I would tell him, go and be with these other arrangements. I wouldn't count on his love for long. You see, to love someone, you've got to be with them. You've got to go into it. You really got to go into it together. You can't be running off to your other arrangements, especially if the love-making was so lovely. But what about the rest of it? Are you making love all the time, or do you have breakfast together, and do you walk together, and do you do other things together? Of course you do. What about that? It's a half-hearted love, isn't it? What a man has to learn, that when he really loves a woman, he does anything to be with her. Damn the arrangements, damn the job, damn that, damn that, damn that. I'm with you. We will survive. We will get through as long as I have my love with me, for my love and I can do anything together. Anything. We can starve together if necessary, which would be most unusual in this world. Something would happen. But we must be together. If one of us has an interest that we like to follow, that the other joins them in, that's all right, joins them in. But if you have attached to an interest, you can't be attached to an interest in love. You've got to be just in love, together. In other words, you become as one. Every poet's dream, right? Everyone's dream is to become as one, but they're not prepared to give up the thing that divides and makes two or three their self. The mind is always trying to work things out, but reality is doing things. Doing it. Only when you do it can you find out if it's true or not. Thinking about it, the whole world's thinking about making love, but you can't get round to it, I've got to go to a meeting or something, or I've made other arrangements. How many actually do it? Well, they do it, they do it here and they do it there. The whole world's doing it. If you took the top off all the roofs, you'd see everyone doing it here, doing it there, doing it there. But they're not doing it consciously. They're robotic in their lovemaking. They're robotic and they're like sparrows and they're off again, They're on this little heap and then they're over here and then they're over there. No one's ever got any consciousness of what is this lovemaking that everybody's getting up to. What is it? What's the purpose of it? Is somebody in this world ever going to tell me the purpose of two bodies making love? Well, that's what I do, isn't it? To try to tell you it's supposed to increase the love of God in the man and in the woman. It's supposed to reduce the selfishness and the self-assertion in the man and in the woman. That's what love's for, to take us closer to home, to take us closer to the reality, the being, the God itself. But the way they take it on and do it and say, oh, we made such beautiful, I've heard this 1,000, 10,000 times. Oh, I've met a man, he's so beautiful, or a woman, and we made the most beautiful love last night. It was so beautiful. Well, I explained yesterday, which one of the things we learnt, that when two bodies come together and both selves are on their best behaviour, all the insecurities, the selfishness and everything is pushed down, and the two bodies alone make love without any mind or self in it. It is God making God, love, because God made the bodies. They're the only reality in the world. And so we made beautiful love last night, and I know that's probably true. But then I want to see them in 3 months' time. Because the selfishness, the selfish self, the intellectual materialism of wanting to get something will have arisen. And they will have started, although they live together, they will start to live apart, even while they are together. Familiarity will come in. Taking each other for granted, being casual, talking about other things in bed but love, talking about other things at the breakfast table but love, and leaving the other things to be talked about to the right place after I have declared my love and repeated it because I can't help but repeat my love, my love, my love.